And now to Campaign 2020. President Trump is responding to a bombshell report in the New York Times. The paper says it obtained more than 2 decades of the president's tax returns. The documents show a history of big financial losses. CBS News' Deborah Alfarone reports from the White House.
President Trump is blasting the New York Times report that claims he paid just $750 in federal income taxes in 2016 and 2017.
Totally fake news. No, actually, I paid tax. And you'll see that as soon as my tax returns. It's under audit. They've been under audit for a long time.
The report shows he paid nothing at all in 10 out of 15 years, largely because his many namesake businesses reported losing much more money than they made, including his golf courses. The report also shows Mr. Trump took tax deductions on what some people would consider personal expenses, including housing, aircraft, and $70,000 in hairstyling for television appearances. And even though President Trump vowed to no longer pursue any new businesses once elected, the Times reports he made $73 million from foreign deals during his first 2 years in the White House. The president has also reportedly benefited from a nearly $73 million tax refund, which is now the subject of a decade-long IRS audit. And he reportedly has hundreds of millions in debt due in the coming years.
An attorney for the Trump Organization tells CBS News the New York Times story is, quote, riddled with gross inaccuracies. He says the president has paid tens of millions of dollars in personal taxes to the federal government over the past decade.
Shortly after the Times report, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer tweeted, "Raise your hand if you paid more in federal income tax than President Trump." And Joe Biden's presidential campaign released this commercial. Mr. Trump is the only president in modern history to not release his tax returns. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
In addition to an audit by the IRS, the president and the Justice Department have fought subpoenas from New York State seeking other tax and financial records, all of which could open the president up to potential criminal liability.